Hey there, welcome back to Twisted Hood. Here, we unravel the most fascinating and gripping crime stories that will keep you hooked. If you're as obsessed with true crime as we are, show some love by hitting that like button, dropping a comment, and subscribing to the channel. Trust us, you won't want to miss the twists and turns we have coming your way. This is a story of Ramos, a Mexican girl who immigrated to America with her family, harboring a lifelong dream to serve her adopted country in the Army. Through sheer determination, she achieved her goal, enlisting in the U.S. Army in 2001. But fate had a cruel twist in store. The devastating attacks of 9/11 irrevocably altered her path, sending her to Iraq amidst the ensuing global conflict. After 7 years of service, Ramos returned to America in 2008, seeking a new direction. She resigned from the Army, moved in with her mother, and began studying justice and law at a university. Tragedy struck again when her mother passed away. Burdened by responsibility, Ramos relocated to Orange, California, seeking a fresh start. Unable to afford a place on her own, she began searching for a roommate. Her search led her to Joy, a 55-year-old man from South Korea. Joy's profile painted him as a quiet, introverted individual with a small social circle. Needing to share expenses, Ramos, then in her late 30s, decided to meet him. Accompanied by her sister, she found Joy to be unassuming and seemingly harmless. They agreed to share a rental house, splitting the costs. Over time, Ramos and Joy settled into a routine. Her sister and occasional friends visited, and Joy interacted with them politely. Gradually, a sense of camaraderie developed, with Ramos considering Joy a friend. Unbeknownst to her, a dark obsession was brewing in Joy's heart. He had fallen deeply in love with Ramos. Driven by his infatuation, Joy began collecting information about Ramos, her sister, and her friends. He embarked on a drastic transformation, getting tattoos and undergoing plastic surgery, spending thousands of dollars in an attempt to win her affection. Ramos, oblivious to his romantic intentions, occasionally chuckled at his sudden changes, unaware that they were all for her. Desperate for a sign of reciprocation, Joy made a fateful decision. He confessed his love to Ramos' sister, declaring his desire to marry her. Her sister was shocked, explaining that Ramos only saw him as a friend. Undeterred, Joy remained hopeful. Then, on May 3, 2013, everything changed. Joy called Ramos' sister, claiming that Ramos had left the house that morning and hadn't returned. Initially dismissed as a casual outing, the situation escalated when Ramos failed to return by the next morning. Her sister contacted the police, reporting her missing. Joy also called 911. Police investigations began at their shared apartment, reviewing CCTV footage. The last sighting of Ramos was on May 2nd, at the rental office. She was never seen returning to the apartment. As the roommate, Joy became a prime focus of the investigation. He offered two conflicting stories, one involving an argument about unpaid rent, and another about scratches on his hands sustained while gardening. Ramos' sister then revealed Joy's earlier confession of love, raising suspicion. Detectives began covert surveillance of Joy, noting his constant monitoring of police activity at the apartment through binoculars. A search of his electronic devices revealed a crucial piece of information. 12 days prior to Ramos' disappearance, she had called 911 to report a dispute with Joy regarding rent. Further investigation of Joy's laptop revealed two disturbing searches. How long does it take for a human body to decompose? And a specific location on Google Maps, a remote, wooded area with a distinctive tree. This location had been zoomed in on, and then deleted from his search history. On May 17th, 14 days after Ramos vanished, police, acting on the retrieved Google Maps data, discovered her dismembered remains in the precise location marked on Joy's map. The search about decomposition now had a chilling context. Joy was arrested and charged with first-degree murder. During interrogation, he maintained his love for Ramos but denied killing her. The trial presented a complex challenge. The prosecution's case rested primarily on the Google Maps search, the decomposition search, and the fact that Joy was the last person known to have seen her. There was no direct evidence linking him to the murder scene. The defense argued that searching for information online did not equate to guilt. They highlighted the lack of witnesses or physical evidence placing Joy at the scene of the crime. The court ultimately convicted Joy of second-degree murder in July 2014, sentencing him to 15 years in prison. Throughout the trial and after the verdict, Joy vehemently proclaimed his innocence, vowing that the truth would eventually come to light. This declaration divided public opinion. Some believed the circumstantial evidence was insufficient to convict him, while others remained convinced of his guilt. 10 years have passed since the conviction. Joy has 5 years left to serve. Will new evidence emerge before his release in 2029? Or will the truth remain shrouded in doubt, leaving the unseen gaze of suspicion lingering over Joy forever? That's it in this crime thriller episode. We'll be back soon with more such exciting crime stories. Until then, take care of yourself, stay healthy, and make sure to hit that subscribe button so you're ready for what's next. See you soon.